Hello crafters, welcome to another How to Wow video. I'm Nicole Watt, the Pixel Maven at Pixel Maven's Retreat. Today I will be sharing with you how to create a distressed wood background. It's just got a few steps, and when you put it all together you will be an expert at doing this. So let's take a look at the example here. So I chose to use Pear Pizzazz for this particular card, and in order to get the complementary colors for the distressing, I went to my color coordinator and decided that I would use basic gray and smoky slate, and then also add in white to bring in some highlights on that as well. So let's take a look at a different color. I'll put this one aside. This is powder pink. It's one of our new in colors, and I thought I would go right across to sweet sugar plum, and I'm going to also use powder pink itself as another contrast color, because sometimes tone on tone works well with our inks. Sometimes they just blend into each other, other times they stand out just a little bit. So we'll discover today if that works. If not, we'll go to Blushing Bride or Flirty Flamingo. So we're going to start with powder pink. We always start lightest to darkest with the colors, and then we'll add white on top. So let's take a look at what we've got here, and I need a scrap just to make sure that I'm not using too much ink. Okay, so that's this. Apparently I used with a different color, so I'm going to set that aside and grab, so I'm getting a lot of orange in here, which means that I use that for not what I thought I did. Okay, how about we try this one? Hey, that's more pink. Okay, so I'm just going to get this inked up and take off a lot. Remember, you can always add more, you can't take it away. And I'm just going to do some light swirls, and you can barely see them, but you will see it on the paper. So just swirl a little bit, and with the lightest color you can kind of go all over with it. It's where the dark and the white come in that will really start to be discerning about where we put the color. And you can dip right into the ink pad too. So as you can see with this new pink, you can use it tone on tone and it will stay highlighted. All right, so that's good for our first layer. And the nice thing about these new 3D embossing folders is there's a lot of depth in here, so it's not getting down to the paper itself. It's just staying on the highlighted areas. So now I'm going to add in some sweet sugar plum. You can see that's a much darker color. And I'm going to look for like this knot right here as a high spot to add some darker highlighting. And then I'm just going to kind of spread it out here so that it doesn't look like I've just gone around like this in a circle. All right, so here's another one that I kind of like, that I want to have dark. All right, and then again, I'm just going to kind of very, very lightly go back and forth to help smooth that out. And then let's go down here. I'm trying to find a spot on every board that I can highlight. This one I think I'm just going to go maybe in a straight line here. And then here. All right, now if I wanted to, these plank sections, I could try to get those so that they pop a little more. And there you go. So that is our light color and our dark color. Let's add some white. So this is really going to add kind of like a whitewashing look to it. And this is craft ink, so you may want to use your heat tool to help dry it after you've done this part of it. The pink's already a pretty light color, so you can put a lot on here. One thing I would say is note that you are going over existing colors, so see how I'm getting a little bit of pink here? I just kind of dab that off a little bit before I go back into my ink pad. And then this one I'll definitely wash when I'm finished with it, so that way it's nice and white for me to use next time. All right, I kind of like where that's going. So that's good enough. Now the last thing we'll do is some spatter. And this actually requires the use of re-inkers. So, and an aqua painter. So I get just a little bit of water on a block. And then I'm going to put a drop, just one, of the sweet sugar plum. You can see that it's swirling up here. And all I'm going to do, and I'm going to move this out of this way so you can see this, is I'm just going to flick this off the end. And you can see how I'm getting spatter. So let me put this back in place. Whoop. And you'll get drops too. And that's okay. All right, and I'm going to go grab a paper towel. And we'll go ahead and just let those set just a little bit, and then we can dab them up. All right, and then I'm just going to wipe off my block. And if I want to do, and then get the ink out of here too. So you could do more of that same color if you want, or you can try the powder pink. This one I might actually just do straight. I'm not going to add any water to it. So again, we're just going to flick that off the end. And you'll get some drops, and that's okay. So now I have a really nice piece of distressed pink wood, and that would look really awesome with this card design from today. I hope you enjoyed learning about this distressing technique and that you try it in your next paper crafting project. If you do, please do use my hashtag. It's PMRCraftMavens, and hopefully I'll feature your design on my blog. Until next time, happy crafting.